I think I'll take a mulligan. All right. Tribe Scout's really good in this matchup. I already have League for turn 2, so I don't really need it. I guess I'll just get Colonnade out of the way. What does Rietzel do for work? He works, he's a headhunter. He used to be a headhunter for, I guess a small firm or whatever. And he got recruited by Tesla. So he headhunts for Tesla. Well, I played Jeskai Ascendancy with Phoenix in the near future. Sounds like that deck is flavor of the week. Second person who tells me about it looks like LSU was maybe playing it on his stream or something. I will probably not. I do feel like I'm gonna have to pick up either Phoenix or Amulet and learn how to play these decks. It's just a rough transition. I like my decks. I almost wanted to play some white green today. White green company. How is your ad nauseum matchup with blue white? I think it's fairly close. I think it used to be pretty bad, and blue white plays a few more counter spells now than they used to. I wouldn't be too worried about ad nauseum in modern. It's not very played, and I don't think it's especially good. I thought about trying Kaya in white black sewer. We've talked about it. I don't think white black is especially good. I don't think Kaya would be anything special. It might be, fine. Hey, Magus. It is a good day. I had lunch with one guy who used to play Magic Mitchell 20 years ago, and then another. We weren't really friends. We were acquaintances, I guess, at the LGS, and then another one of my someone I was friends with 20 years ago, but I hadn't seen in 10 years. The guy just reached out to me to try his board game. I thought it was really good. We'll see. I only had time to play 2 games, but yeah, it was pretty interesting. I guess I'd get that just in case. Is Condemned gonna be good enough this game? I need to find a verdict. I need to get these Tribe Scouts off the board, because as long as Tribe Scout is in play, it's kind of really hard for me to get rid of the land that gives haste, and if I can't get rid of the land that gets haste, they can kind of go off. This game's looking pretty grim. When do I leave for Boston? On Tuesday. What is the name of the board game? It's not out yet. He's still testing it. It's coming out soon though, by the end of the year. I think he found an editor, etc., etc. Am I supposed to go for it here? I don't think so. Does it have a name? I didn't ask him. Oh, actually there was, because he made me fill up a little file survey or whatever, and it had a name. I don't remember the name though. What's my opinion on Tron in the current meta? I can tell you the matchup against blue-white. I think it's somewhat dependent on the blue-white version, since all the Trons lists are kind of the same, so I think it's fairly close to even. Alright, looks like I should have maybe gone for the land. Dead Cavern. I was somewhat unlucky, I guess, because they don't play a ton of caverns. Can I just wear a t-shirt that says hooked if you do, hooked if you don't? That'd be pretty funny for a t-shirt, actually. Kind of feels like verdict or bust. As long as they don't have amulet in play, they can't combo you, so that's a good thing. But I need to find a verdict. Alright, that's step one. It's probably not gonna be good enough, but something. So it looks like it was good that I didn't use Field of Ruin to try and slow them down. Looks like they would still have had 6 mana last turn. So which cards are being bad? I've had a leak pretty much in my opening hand. That's done nothing somehow. Opt and Jace, I guess I kind of drew. I'm assuming Jace is good enough for the blue-white deck, but I guess a big one is like paying attention to how good the counter spells are. Is there a counter spell I wish I would have had here? Not really. I mean, I guess even a remand. I didn't have time for a remand this game. Leak is rough in this matchup as well as strong. Really, I would say Leak is actually really good in this matchup. Like, I feel like counter spells should be good. They don't have they have only 2 caverns in their main deck, and countering an Azusa can be really important. Sometimes they just run the Titan without cavern. Again, Strong Leak is one of the only cards that lets you beat their nut draws. So I'm going to write my next article about my preparation for the Mythic Invitational. I'm assuming I'm going to be able to talk about most stuff because I probably asked him to like post the article the day I start playing or something like that. What would you want to know about? I mean, you saw most of it, but anything special? I'm just taking ideas just because why not? Let's see. So what should I do? 1, 2, 3. They have a lot of mana, so League doesn't do anything anymore. Definitely want to know why you shaved the mustache. Spicy insider drama. I don't think there was any really, but you think there's going to be a better Planeswalker than Teferi in the next stats? No. Extremely, extremely, extremely low chance of that happening. I'd like to know who is going to win. Well, I was making predictions for the groups yesterday. I gave my predictions for all 4 groups. I think there was one group where I was really struggling. It was the group, Owen's group. How you approach Duo Standard is pretty interesting. Yeah. Alright, I need to play because this matchup can last for a while. I guess they're pretty low on time. It's not really gonna help me. How I approached Duo Standard. I'll see if I don't know. How did I approach? Like how did I try and break it? I guess that is pretty interesting actually. Because I can talk about, you know, how dominant Esper was and how you have to build your decks to build Esper, etc. But I mean, I guess it's pretty obvious, but it's still kind of interesting to talk about. Could I have given haste to their Titan last turn already? I don't know if they had the mana, I guess. I'm not gonna say I was paying attention. That's the problem with leagues, and why I'm gonna try and start doing more playing against my teammates and try and play against good players than playing in leagues. It goes kind of both ways. I make a decent bunch of mistakes. Everyone make mistakes, but quality over quantity, I guess. Even though I know for the stream, maybe playing leagues and trying to get that trophy is kind of fun. Also, just getting modern points for the playoffs, kind of nice. It's really beautiful out there today. Have you seen the new esports sites? Yeah, we were looking at it yesterday. The picture it shows of me is kind of hilarious. But yeah, it looks pretty dope. It's kind of unfortunate it didn't work for... It said that Huey was live, for instance, and it did not work for the challengers. Okay, so... I guess I don't need to do that right away. Because they can't bounce their lands at instant speed or whatnot. It does look like our opponent is sequencing fairly poorly. I'm not even sure it's going to matter this game, but they're not doing a good job at getting the right lands, protecting their lands that matter, etc., etc., etc. Matt also said they got his stats wrong, so just watch he thinks. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of a detail, though. Is it really that big of a deal? I mean, obviously it kind of sucks, but let's try and focus on the bigger picture, I feel. I mean, it would be nice if it didn't get stats wrong, but it's more important that the site looks cool and people want to check it out and click on stuff than like, oh, he has, 10 GP top 8s, not 9. Jeez, fired. So the Bajuka buck can be annoying, especially if I ever start drawing Snapcaster Mage. We know they have Pact of Negation. I'm just gonna play my Hallowed Fountain tapped. Pretty lucky to draw both Verdict in this matchup. This is one of the matchups where Verdict is just so much better than Terminus. Sometimes you'll be able to Jace and set up the Terminus, and Terminus will be better, but being able to Verdict when they have Pact up is pretty huge. Oh, thanks, gang. That's the little bio from the Wizards website. Manlink is so bad past turn 2 or 3 in this matchup, yeah. Counting an Azusa can be game winning. Sometimes they just play their Titan and you can get use of it. To be fair, most counter spells are going to be pretty bad. Maybe I should just not be playing Manlink and be playing all Absorbs and Disallows somehow. Can't wait for Modern Horizons to bring Counterspell into Modern. I was kind of anti-Counterspell, but if I keep getting beaten up by everything, maybe Counterspell is gonna be a welcome addition. Is 2 Logic not that bad? I've never been super impressed by Logic Not in this deck. A lot of hands, you can't cast it on turn 2. Probably want to play more fetch lands and more ops. Stuff like that. Hey Wang. Wang Flurry says 2 mana matters a lot. I've not liked Absorb. I've been pretty happy with the 1. Alright, we know they have Pact of Negation. I'm not too sure what I'm supposed to do about it. Should I just jam to Fairy because it's a bit more expensive? If I jam Jace... I don't believe I can win. Why does blue-white run so few fetches? Yeah, mostly life total, I guess. The mana's pretty good. You usually don't get color screwed. The damage matters a lot. But if you play... Wait, you'll let me have it? If you play Logic Knot, you need to play more fetch lands. Oh, maybe that's why. I forgot they already had a pack to pay for. Could have paid for both packs pretty easily. Traxim TV. Thanks for the host. Welcome to everyone. We're playing all modern. Misstep that costs 1 blue counters a 1 or 0 drop. Sounds like a pretty bad card, right? I don't think that card would be playable. All we got to untap was Teferi. I feel like our opponent has navigated that game especially poorly. We'll see though. It might still be good enough to beat us. I'm gonna get to untap 2 lands. Glimmer sees 4 cards. Jace only sees 3. Should I cast Glimmer first? I really want to try and find a path to exile. Is Cryptic Command good enough? So they're gonna be able to attack? I don't think so. I'm gonna try and get a bit greedy here and bottom a Cryptic. Hey Chef, you can absolutely share a deck list that you're considering playing this weekend. What are you playing in? Bounce Titan, honestly, hard. Yeah, casting Jace just planning on bouncing Titan was maybe the play, and then have Cryptic Command, because basically, once you got rid of that land, you're kind of just trying to buy time. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna try and tap, basically make them use their Pact of Negation. Phoenix, thanks for the follow. This deck is good against Phoenix, Dredge, and JDS. What are you playing in? The Classic, as an SCG Classic. I'm not a big fan of this deck. It's fairly polarized matchups, but I feel like it's a very aggressive metagame call. I don't know what the metagame is like in these tournaments. I'm always a bit worried that Modern is a format where no matter what, a lot of people just play the deck they like, the deck they have. Even if they know it's a bit worse than the top decks, they're just comfortable with it, so it's kind of risky to play these decks. I also don't think that deck is very fun to play. I've played it a tiny bit, and I've played against it a tiny bit. Alright, my verdicts are all gone. Maybe I messed that game up. And they still have Pact in hand. Solar Wreckage is kind of nice. That path was a good draw too. 4, 5, 6, 7. I hate Relic. Please don't put Relic in your modern deck unless you have a very, very, very good reason to. What you're saying is I should just play Tron. I do not know. Martyr is probably a fine deck. It's really hard for me to judge a modern deck, which I never play. So now I need to find a counterspell for Walking Ballista. Also have timely reinforcement. 8, 10, 11, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I mean, hopefully they play Ballista into Mana Lake. That'd be kind of the dream. Hey Armstrong, thanks for the follow. Oh, I have Cavern on Construct, I didn't even notice. It's tabbed though, right? Oh no. Wow, so... maybe I should have cast Timely. I was gonna go for the Settle play, but then I changed my mind mid-turn. That cast Timely. I guess I should have Mana League the Trinket Mage. 5, 10, 17. Yeah, maybe I could have played it a bit differently. Do you have to qualify for the Max Playoff? You need to... The only way to get in the tournament is to use 35 Modern points, which are not easy to get. You know, you need to win a bunch of leagues or do well in the challenges. I think rejection's probably reasonable. Did I bring in the Angels yesterday? Is Rule Halo good here? I don't think so, maybe. They have explosives. They have ways to deal with it if they need to. Condemn's not very good either. Angels are never terrible. They're probably not very good either. Spellsnare's pretty bad, right? And Spell Pierce. I think Spell Pierce is a bit better after sideboard. They have Negate on the play. They play a bit more of a reactive game. Yeah, the Angels could be good. Could be better than Condemn random cards. They do like to attack with their creatures sometimes. Like even Condemning the Titan can be okay. Why does everyone want me to bring in a Rune Halo? Seems kind of bad. Ryu Bakura, thank you so much. 17 months in a row, that's a long time. With a tier 1 sub. PAX is sold out Friday and Saturday. I think these things... Don't these things usually sell out? Especially nowadays, like... Gonna be more and more selling out, right? Because... Just video games are getting bigger and bigger. I don't even exactly know what PAX is. Man, it's so hot. How did I do before? I think I had the fan on. Might be time to bring back the fan soon or something. Field of Ruin. I'll take Snapcaster Mage. I wonder if I should path. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Giving them land number 6. That's kind of brutal. Walking Ballista, that's kind of annoying, but if they spend their turn casting a Ballista to shoot Jace, it's not the complete end of the world. They might not even shoot the Jace right away. I'm in a reasonable spot, right? Doesn't look like they have lands. I guess they could be sandbagging. Seems kind of aggressive. Don't they just... I guess they have a lot of blue. So they just lose? I guess I can't have Field of Ruin. Because I missed the land drop. Never mind, Field of Ruin doesn't do it. It's kind of nice to have a turn next turn where you have to tap 5 mana. 5 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, I'm just gonna Glimmer now. Try and hit some land drops. Don't do we path with trigger on the stack? Does it make a difference? Armageddon. That would be a fun one to reprint in the new set in Modern Horizons. Oh, Armageddon. Does Armageddon see a lot of play in Legacy? Alright, so it looks like they're kind of out of gas. They do have the double strike land, which is annoying because you just kill stuff. If I can play Teferi and go Snapcaster Path, so I think I'm gonna do that. Armageddon sees 0 play in Legacy. Well, if it sees 0 play in Legacy, it might be balanced enough for Modern. Cataclysm sees sideboard play. Not the most exciting use of my Snapcaster, but I believe it is still correct to do so. So if I block Trinket Mage, who would I rather get rid of, Trinket Mage or Azusa? A lot of the time they just have another Azusa in hand. And Azusa doesn't hit as hard. I'm actually gonna block here. Does that make sense? Probably gonna pump Azusa. They're pumping Trinket Mage, interesting. Oh, that makes it easy. I definitely tap the Trinket Mage. Okay. It's fine, my Teferi lives. What deck could even play Armageddon? I'm sure, just some white-green deck, probably Birds and Hierarchs. I'm sure you could figure it out. It's gotta be decent. I don't think I need Verdict this game. Maybe if they have some kind of weird creature. Assuming Negate is okay. Do I path? I think so. Also just running low on time. Alright, straight up negating path on Frenzy and Armageddon? Doesn't sound like a very good combo. Alright. Cryptic command, perfect. Should I just get the Cavern of Souls? Do I care that much? Kind of. I think I actually do care. But now I could actually lose the game? No. I could play maybe Ghostly Prison deck, some Sky Diamonds. What is the name of the white diamond? Is it Ember Diamond? Marble Diamond. What was it? Diamond or Sky Diamond? Marble. What was it, like Fire Diamond? Or Fire. What am I? Coal and Moss? Sky, Fire, Diamond, Moss, and Charcoal. Those are kind of cool cards. Why did they make Diamond for 1 mana? Or why do I keep calling them Diamond? I'm just... Wait, what are their names? There are diamonds, right? Sky Diamond and Moss Diamond, right? I'm just losing my mind. Man, Kandel looks kind of good these games, just to protect my planeswalkers. Rejection on the draw becomes a bit sketchier. The Gear Hulk is for the creature decks. Long-lived blue-white control. Sword equipped. Thank you so much for the 100 bits cheer. I don't know, they're trying to get rid of us. The Phoenix matchup has not looked so hot from the blue-white side. And the Amulet matchup's also really tough. Spell Pierce might be mediocre on the draw too. I'll go with full removal. I'll try to Rune Hill. They only have like a few minutes to kill us, so it's kind of awkward. That's not necessarily how I would actually sideboard. Phoenix seems really powerful. It is very good. I don't know if it's the best deck, but it is very hard to hate and very popular and still does really well. It's pretty rare for a deck in Modern to keep doing well when it's so popular. Do you have a link for invitational groups? Not really, but if you check out Owen's Twitter account, one of his tweets it says something like, "How did I do?" And it has all 4 groups. Yeah, Phoenix is incredibly consistent. Torma Script. This is fairly poor sideboarding. I'm assuming they have better cards than Torna Script they can play. I want lands. I mean, Field of Ruin is pretty good against them. I think the Snapcaster is actually going to be a bit slow. It's going to be good at some point, but for now, I'll just keep the land. What did they get, by the way? That's what they got was the Stirrings too. Yeah, it's going to be, do they have Azusa, basically. If they have Azusa, they have a reasonable shot at this game. If they don't have Azusa, it's just over. Looks like they do have Azusa. Talar List. That's really good for me, I think. What about Rest in Peace Modern? You could do that. Phoenix still does okay against Rest in Peace. But it is. I was playing Rest in Peace for a while. The problem is that Amulet is a very good deck in Modern, and Rest in Peace is a stone brick against them. How greedy do I want to be here? Okay, given my hand in their draw, I think it's super easy Field of Ruin. Another. Yeah, I mean, I'll keep them coming. I'm gonna put Flooded Strand on top. This way I can mill it. When you Serum Visions and you scry 2 and you have Search in play, you usually want to, rather than just keep the good one on top, you want to put bad one first, so you get a free mill. It can backfire, but it's pretty rare. I could have negate for my Jace. This is kind of a close spot. I think I just jammed just because I'm so close to flipping Search. Also makes them use a counter, could be relevant. It's pretty hard to get their gemstone line. I'm gonna plus because I'm pretty far ahead here. I don't think that card is good for them. But I don't know what is. That's not good. What is good? How many basics do they play? A lot. At least 4. I think they play exactly 4. Top or bottom? What do they even need? What's the best card they can draw, given how the game played out? Is there anything I even cared about? Should I have just Brainstorm? Yeah, I guess they need Amulet. Maybe. I'll just Graveyard. My hand's pretty stacked. I guess I'll get rid of a path. Yeah, I feel like this matchup is very dependent on their draw more than your draw. Kind of want to Cryptic that. I think they're almost out of basics. Should be their last basic. Wow, only 3 basics. Nice. Oh, Cryptic and Search, right. Not Graveyards, because I want to not have to waste mana, I guess. I don't think it matters much what I do right now. I should probably Field of Ruin Gemstone if they didn't find the land. This way they can just stop that Cavern and go Cavern Titan. Just keep them off 6 mana. I'd add the Cavern too. I mean, how bad can Teferi be? Maybe the play was just to Cryptic command a land, actually. Could have plus and make sure they don't draw land. I don't even care that much about Titan, I guess. I mean, the game's pretty much over. I'm not gonna Cryptic their land, whatever. Hey Raph, people were liking the new sub button, the new sub badge. Good job, and thank you. Alright, I just have to make sure I'm not too far away from killing them in case they start just F6ing and try to deck me, etc. But I have a bunch of colonnades coming up. Did you implement Teferi? Yeah, I chose to go for 2-year anniversary will be Teferi. Alright, that's exactly what I shouldn't be doing, just taking infinite time for irrelevant decisions, but it's just the way I roll, I guess. Why are we not playing Terminus anymore? I just felt like Verdict was better right now. It's better in this matchup. I think Verdict's just better in a lot of matchups. They might be able to stall by getting Ghost Quarters and stuff. Why don't you just copy I'm actually a tiny bit nervous this game. Minute 40 to deal 16 damage. Should have probably countered that. Oh, that was a good draw. I really need to not be too chitty chatty when I play this matchup because the games just go super long all the time. So they actually won game one where it looked from our side like they were making a few suboptimal decisions, and then game 2 and 3, their draws were just kind of bad. Or my draws lined up kind of nicely. Hey, Fuego. The Gabby clock emote is nice. Oh, we're playing against Mr. Control. This is probably not Wafo. Don't get too excited. I'll play Visions turn 1 in case I find a search. Path is bad. Absorb is pretty good, but it's also not a land. I'll tap, but I'm not 100% sure I should. The Waffle Cannon is very good. Oh! Man, back to think twice. I should have probably just cast Surgical Extraction there. I have 6th. Like an UV. That's kind of unfortunate. Whatever, I'll save it for Cryptic Command. Feels bad. Oh, Surgical when they fetch. Wow. I'm just, It's okay. I'm assuming he doesn't play too many, even though Mr. Cafriet has been known to kind of abuse things. So I could counter and then surgical. Oh, it's true, I have to tap my mana to cast my spells in this. They don't have the lands. Double Snapcaster, oh, that's a pretty stacked hand. Teferi, Snapstep, Leak, Logic Knot, jeez, this looks like kind of a nightmare. Free Teferi, how do you play Free Teferi and no Jace? I'll never understand. Lots of card drawing spells. Not too much burn, 2 Helix, free Electrolyze. Alright, no land plays. Wow. They even have the mana leak, right? That sucks. Maybe I can bait a mana leak. It's gotta be tempting for him to play mana leak. I think I want all these cards. Is this game on? It is, yeah. What was their hand already? Does it say when a surgical? Probably would have won that game if I had just surgical swing twice like a normal human being. Snap, snap, not logical. Leak, not snap, snap. Is there a point in fighting in their upkeep? They have double counter spells anyway. Oh, that was terrible. I mean, what am I supposed to do, though? Path? I don't think so, maybe. What was I supposed to do? Yeah, it really sucks. I really believe I win this game if I surgical the thing twice there. We know he has counter spells. We know he has a lot of counter spells. Also kind of got lucky to draw that 5th land, but I got greedy. I could have Cryptic bounce to land, but I hate that play. I think it's kind of bad usually. Whatever, he's so far ahead. I'm just gonna scoop. Yeah, this game was fairly tilting. I feel like I should have won if I had played a bit differently, and my hand was really good. Kind of squandered. Are we tilted yet? I might ban you, honestly, if you keep poking. Keep poking the bear, you'll find out if I'm tilted. Angel's pretty bad. I don't know if there's anything better, though. Maybe a Verdict in case they have something weird. You bring in Timely against Jeskai because of Snapcaster and Burn. It's not as good against the version we're playing against because he doesn't have Lightning Bolt, but Just gonna bottom Jace. Try and find Surge, try and find lands. Snapcaster Mage. Purge for Teferi. Purge doesn't kill Teferi, unfortunately. Man, I'm really upset at that surgical. Should stop using F6. Should do like the gamers who remove their Windows button so they can't misclick the Windows button in the middle of the game. I should remove my F6 button. So I'm giving them an extra mana, but I have Dispel, so I think it's okay. Or else you would be worried of, them just playing a cryptic command, I think. Colonnade's alright, but I don't think I want the second one. Yeah, I could have done it in the response to the fetch land too. I just... Wait, is that... Still their turn, right? I'm just gonna dispel that. I don't think they have Jace in their deck, and just having Snapcaster in play is kind of nice. I think I might just jam Jace here. Hope they don't have Spell Pierce or Dispel. Brutal. Alright, good games. It's pretty rough. This deck's just a bit better than mine in the mirror. Electrolyze and all that stuff. I'm not even sure it's that much better. I think I just kind of got unlucky and misclicked and played bad, I guess. I think I should have won game 1 and game 2 like mulligan and he had like a perfect hand or something. Trying to jam's usually wrong. I think you usually want to try and jam when you're a bit behind and make them have it. I think Field of Ruin is ambitious in their deck. I think you can afford to play Field of Ruin in Jeskai. Not 4, but you can afford to play a few. Problem is, my cards were just, Jace and Teferi, just a bunch of 4 and 5 mana sorcery speed cards. I didn't want to give them more time to... My hand was like pretty reasonable actually. So I was just hoping their hand was kind of bad. Sure, I'll keep. So Wafu top of list, yeah. It's their list. I don't know if it's Wafu's list or his friend's list, but it doesn't really matter. I did just straight up don't play Lightning Bolt, yeah. Lightning Bolt's not super good right now. Problem was the counters on Electrolyze. Nah. does the right play. Problem is if you don't counter electrolyze, I have no pressure. Then if they play their Snapcaster Mage, I have no way to deal with it. And I'm not going to be hitting my land drops because I'm mulligan on the play and I have no card advantage. And my hand's just gonna, I'm just gonna clunk up with counter spells, and he's just not gonna have to do anything. He's just gonna hit his land drops, get more lands, draw more cards. He has Think Twice in his deck and stuff like that. So just not a winning battle to just sit there and. What made me switch to Terminus from Terminus? I just wanted to try Verdict because I thought it was better against a lot of decks. Unless you play slightly different cards. I think Terminus is perfectly fine. Hopefully they don't have like Vraska's Contempt or something. Maybe I should have protected something from duress. Noetic P13 was a tier 1 sub. Thank you so much for the sub. Welcome welcome to Sewer. Bonjour de Suisse. Okay. Merci la Suisse. Things I learned that Phyrexian Arena is modern legal. Ooh, I got to untap with Jade. Such a sweet card. I actually played that card at a PT. The standard PT Herberholz one. Our team was on an Abzan like control / mid-range deck. It was pretty good. Arena into Face Feathers, I think. I think we had the Loxodon too, the white-green Loxodon to gain some. I'm not too sure what I'm supposed to do this game. Definitely gonna let that resolve. I mean, neither of these cards especially good against what's going on. Oh yeah, people want to see White Black Sewer in action. That's true. Kaya in action. Just gonna draw a card. I'll ignore Kaya for now and hope to deal with it later at some point. Alright, what should I sphere? Arena or Kaya? Let's get Arena for now. Alright, I'll start attacking. Let's see what happens. Oh, they literally have a Field of Ruin. I actually hope they use Field of Ruin and I get to shuffle my deck. I didn't even notice, but that would be good for me. They should use Fatal Push, I think. Path to Exile. Well, if you're going to use Path to Exile, you should probably use Field of Ruin. I guess you could be saving it for Search for a Scontum. Jeez. It's somewhat scary, honestly. Kind of glad I have that Snapcaster Mage. I mean, I think I should be able to outdraw them. I'm not killing them with Colonnades, though. Actually, using Path is kind of smart, because you use it while you're not while you don't have to worry about a counter spell. And then you save Field of Ruin for later. I'm actually dead next turn. If I don't find something, it's pretty scary. I have 2 cards left. Alright. We got it. Alright, I'll save my Snapcaster, I guess. Should I just surgical cut? Might have enough. If I did draw step, I have to discard, and I kind of like every card in my hand right now. Oh well, red basic. Could also be greedy and wait till the draw step where they're supposed to draw Kaya. So it's like technically card advantage, but they're playing the full 4, or is that? Oh. So what's in their deck? Lingering Souls, Bitter Blossom, Obsidat, Sorin, Twilight Prophet. Pretty cool deck. Lots of really fun cards, honestly. I'm somewhat jealous. I don't know if the deck's very good. Definitely some sweet ones. I guess I even have Spell Snare for Night's Whisper. It's kind of... Yeah, Twilight Prophet. Can you imagine triggering Twilight Prophet? I think that's mostly a limited thing, though. Yeah, where are the other Sorens is what I want. Alright, hopefully we don't get cheesed by actual creatures. Wait, how many cards that cost 4 or more did they have? They had Sword. Courage is good. Timely is fine. Angels, maybe Gear. It's Surgical and Lingering is kind of nice. Alright, I'm gonna... Do I need to take a screenshot? Why? I don't think their deck's very good. It's fun. They probably have more 4-mana cards after sideboard. That is a good point. But I still don't know if I want it. I like all the other cards in my deck. I'm going to do that. Yeah, you usually want to keep Path in almost every matchup because worst case you get to hit your Snapcaster and stuff, but we saw nothing, right? I guess that Prophet. Why Timely? I like Timely against Lingering Souls and Bitter Blossom. Thoughts on Blue-Red? Blue-Red Control's probably fine. Struggle to kill big dudes, but... Blue Moon? I don't know. Someone was saying they were having trouble with Death Shadow. I don't know, Blue Moon's kind of blue-white a bit in some ways. You're not going to have great matchups. You're probably not going to have terrible matchups. You're going to have to work really hard for all your wins and, you know, grind it out. It's probably a reasonable deck. Oh, right, they have Obsidat in their deck and Twilight Prophet. I just have a potato brain. What do you want from me? I'd already forgotten about all these. We really need a Jace activation. I know, Raph, I should listen to you more. I wonder if I'm supposed to get their... I don't think I can afford to get their Field of Ruin. Or is that Shambling Vent's just going to kill me? The good news is, was 2 Bitter Blossoms out. If I ever draw a Verdict, I might just kill them with their own Bitter Blossoms. Cleverly playing around land disruption by only drawing lands. Yeah, I mean, ship has kind of sailed. Okay, that's kind of scary, this game. Should I not play my fetch lands? I guess I won't play. I play my Hallowed Fountain. I'll save my fetch lands. Alright, I'm sticking to the plan, Anam Chara. I'm just drawing all lands, so they have a bunch of dead discard spells. I like that art on Night's Whisperer. I like the OG arts usually, but this one's pretty cool. I have seen things that would reduce a weaker person to blubbering and raving. Want to hear about them? Classic Ruska. If there's no point attacking, might as well make them use mana on. Matchup's probably fairly tough after sideboard when they have fewer dead cards. I guess I have fewer dead cards as well, but at least I have stuff like Jace to filter my dead cards, whereas they don't have anything like that. Once they draw a dread card, it's done. Illness in the ranks against the... Alright. In Baneslayer we trust. I think I might be dead on board, right? 8, block 1, gain 5. Go down to 5. Yeah, dead on board. All they have to do is attack with everyone. Yeah, me. That works too. Is Rune Halo just the nuts against Obsidat? Do they have to like start targeting themselves or something dumb? Obsidat Ghost Council enters the battlefield, target opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. At the beginning of your end step, so I should just have Rune Halo maybe. What about Rune Halo against... Exile up to 2 target cards from a single graveyard. So it doesn't work against the +1. It does work against the minus. Yeah, Rune Halo seems pretty solid against them. Maybe Surgical just for Lingering Soul's just too narrow. I feel like with the big dudes I have good answers to this stupid flying. I just fly like crazy. Do I want any copies of Stroke or Path? Maybe one of each. What's bad in the deck right now? I have Purge for the black creatures. And I died to tokens as advertised, so I want to keep Timely. I want to keep the cards that are good against the tokens. Alright, I'll stick to no Path, no Stroke plan. Hate Timely. I think Timely's better than Path and Stroke. Cut Snap? What? No. Because of Kaya? No. Snap's still going to be good, I think. Timely is bad versus flying tokens? Not really. It's pretty big life swing against Bitter Blossom. It negates like 5 or 6 turns of Bitter Blossom. I guess we're about to find out. You jinxed it. Cut Logic Knot. I kind of want to be able to counter that Kaya, you know, I can just counter. Hey, Spider's face. He said I clicked that, making the box bigger. No, I cannot slide my lands into. Definitely gonna fight over that, try and slow them down. Like maybe game 1 you let that resolve, but game 2 and all their cards are good. I think it's reasonable to counter it. Correct. Ooh, that was a good draw. Except they know about the cryptic. Life Pawn. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, opponent's really doing it over there. Triple Nice Whisper, can you imagine? I feel like I'm getting baited, but I also don't know what. Just worried I'm going to be falling too far. It's going to be too much if I start letting them resolve everything. Also, I have a lot of good cards after sideboard. I could just get lucky and draw into some of these good cards. Like Snap, like Jace, like the... Search. Here's that. Alright, I'll bottom. I'm gonna bottom because I have an op. Maybe I should play Timely now just to race. No. We wanted to search. I think search is a bit slow. I think we can be a bit more ambitious. But it's close. Like, Think Tank is probably going to be pretty decent this game. I think maybe keeping search was right. Just I don't have Settle. I boarded out Settle. I just have counter spells and 2 Celestial Purge to deal with. A lot of damage. What a nightmare. Just drawing all the super reactive counter spells. That's kind of frustrating. It's kind of unfortunate when you just don't draw a single planeswalker against a deck that just scoops to plane. Tilt. Yeah, no, I drew like so poorly, honestly. But I guess it was kind of risky to board out all the answers to Obsidian except for Purge. I mean, I have Purge, I have my hard counters, but seems like a pretty hard matchup to lose. They have annoying cards, but their deck's just so clunky. And we have freaking Jason now. Maybe I should have scooped. Maybe I still had one draw step to draw an angel. Probably ship that 7. Nah, you can't. I mean, obviously having 2 timing in your opening hand sucks, but the other 6 cards, like the first timely and the other cards were fine. Why am I playing a bunch of 1-ofs and not just all logic knots? I just don't think you can play a lot of logic knots. super taxing. I don't know about spell pierce. The games kind of go long. It's good in the early. Sorb's probably pretty. Spell snare's only for Snapcaster, really. It's pretty narrow, but Snapcaster's pretty good against you too. I think one timely is reasonable too. In part because of Snapcaster. Oh, I didn't change the cargo live list. Yeah, I mean, it's only a difference. What's that deck? When did we... Oh, blue-black. Blue-black in a dredge meta? I guess at least you can hardcast your surgicals. Is it time? Is it time to bring back blue-black? The Scarab God? The Scarab God probably demolishes just everyone. And we're playing Verdict anyways. Damnation's not much worse. Teferi though. Teferi's been really good. I was not the biggest fan of Teferi at first, but... in this deck anyways, decent magic card. Alright, let's see. Cryptics are... I'm gonna do one timely, see how I... Does everyone ask what Gearhulk is for? I feel like it's fairly straightforward. It's a fairly straightforward card and text. Surely it cannot be that hard to figure. Well, let's see. Oink. Oinkster the Pig. What do you think Gearhulk is for? Take your best guess. I'm sure. This is not Toxic King. It is educating. I'm not bullying chat, come on now. Yeah, it's good against Word Prison, you blow up a lot of artifacts. Think about the cards that like Blue-White struggles with after sideboard against matchups that go very wide. Wait, they're playing Mentor? Definitely did not expect Mentor. I answer questions all the time. Give me a break. Wow, I've got a target on my back. Everyone just hates me. Are you just here? I wasn't even mean. Wow. Who's getting bullied? Wow. Toxic Twitch chat. Gonna go sub only like the wizard site. Oh wait. It's my subs doing all the bullying. I'm gonna go non-sub only. That would be such gas if there was a mode where it was only people who are not subbed who could chat. Just wreck the subs. I don't know why, but it's really funny. Just think about it. Yeah, I don't think non-sub is an option. I wonder why. It really should. Alright, Cell's a bit expensive, so I'm gonna bottom it. Yeah. So many bubble triggers. Feel cheated. If this was real life, they would probably forget at least one of the triggers, right? There's no way you just remember all your triggers all the time. Why Glimmer over Insight? You could play Illumination, you could play Insight. I could try Insight. It seems kind of a poor combo with Snapcaster Mage. One of the upsides of Glimmer is that in some of the slower matchups, you get to flash it back with Snapcaster. The first Snapcaster cube. I think overall I've been pretty happy with the first Snapcaster, but I think 4 is too many. I think 2 is reasonable. Gideon of the Trials. I haven't been playing against Burn much. I don't think Gideon is especially good. Is it good against... Seems bad against Phoenix, right? Because of haste. It's not especially good against... Man, this is kind of a tough decision. I guess I'll keep taking it. Oh, Mardu. I did not expect that. Definitely, you can do bits flooded. Should I do it now or in their draw step and give them the extra mana? To cast a free mana spell, for instance, like a Kolaghan's Command. I'm not sure if they have Kolaghan's Command in their deck. Gideon is decent against Shadow. It's been a house against Phoenix too. That's interesting. Forest. I did not expect Forest either. I'd be willing to try Gideon if you say against Phoenix. Doesn't seem that great against Burn and Hasty Creatures. Why no Terminus? I like Verdicts and Settle. Oh, Path's just a 1 mana removal spell now. Nice. It's good against Crackling Drake. Flip thing, yeah. I'll try getting other trials again. I don't mind that card too much. It's kind of a tricky spot. They have 3 cards in hand. Just gonna Glimmer. Hope I don't die. Can you imagine if I hadn't Glimmer just drawing a billion lands in a row? Glimmer kind of shining this game. Max value Glimmer. Change ringtones? Yeah, I should. It's really awful. It was really loud too. Sorry about that. Yeah, I sideboarded as if I was playing against Grixis Death Shadow. They tricked us good. Hopefully they draw some instead. Yeah, getting out of the trial is obviously nuts against Burn. I actually have not been playing against Burn at all. I haven't played against Burn a single time in past 4 leagues, but Burn is usually pretty popular on Magic Online. Alright, let's not use the path right away in case I draw a Verdict. Nope, Colline's a good draw though.
Didn't get a chance to stick around last night, GL this weekend.
Thanks for the Twitch Frame sub. Yeah, you got your message yesterday too, but I think you didn't have a message. Yeah, yesterday went... I actually don't remember really how yesterday went, but... I don't know what I'm going to play this weekend. I want to play blue-white, but I don't know if it's that good. I'll have a better idea tonight. I'm going to be playtesting the blue-white versus Phoenix matchup tonight against my formidable teammate Eli Cassis, and Looks like we've cannibalized. That's pretty scary. But I think I should be okay with negate in hand. Another trophy maybe. Should have floated a mana. Oops. Doesn't. I wonder if that burns. I doubt they have burn spells, and if they do, they probably board them out. Maybe Colgan's command, exactly. Getting rid of all the creatures so I can start attacking with Colonnade and try and kill them and not give them a bunch of top decks. I mean, our top decks are probably better than their top decks, but you're basically just closing out the game, reducing variance. If I didn't have negate in hand, it'd be kind of a close call between attacking and keeping Cryptic Command mana up. Actually, that was dumb. I'm so dumb. Thoughtseize just kills them. Now I die to a Swift Spear, so I have to negate. I die to a Haste. That was... I should have just let it resolve. That's pretty awkward. Alright, let's see if we can get a finish with a winning record. I think this matchup should be pretty good when they don't have blue or Bloodbraid Elf. I think the same deck was Blood. To take my path and play a creature, only if it's a like haste creature that has more than 1 power, which I don't think they have. Oh, we're playing against Airy. What does Airy play in Modern? I haven't been following. Probably one of the good decks, quote unquote good decks.
Yellowhat hooked, Yellowhat hooked.
Hey Peacebone, thanks for staying hooked for past 11. You get the Jace hat. I actually get the second hat first, and then the Jace hat is at 1.5 years. I had to make an executive decision. I wasn't sure what to go with. I went with double hat for 1 year anniversary, then Jace at 18 months was a hat, and then there's Teferi at 2 years. Oh, they're playing Amulet Titan. Yeah, all your hopes and dream down the drain. Just down the drain for. So negate here being kind of bad. Good to notice that I have a bunch of counter spells that do nothing. Spell Center is obviously awful against Amulet. I mean, no surprise there. Probably have to slow them down, right? I don't know. It's like this scenario. If we get their haste land with 2 verdicts in hand. I feel like I should try and slow them down. Plains or island? That is a question. Probably island. But there's more blue in my deck than white. So it's kind of a close call. Alright. Stop. Come on, incredible luck. Glacial Fortress. Oh. And Verdict's so good in this matchup. Just so much better than Terminus. It's not even close. I should only blow up the Slayer Stronghold. They do have a lot of lands in their deck. But they were kind of low on resources, so I think it was worth the try. And they didn't have Amulet in play. Game 1 without Stronghold, they can't win. That's not true. They can just get all their Titans and then make a huge Ballista and kill you. I mean, it was the hand I have. I agree that was 2 Verdicts in hand. It's probably pretty good. There's also the case of, you know, they can just they have ways to save their land with Tribe Scout if they find a Tribe Scout. But I might. How is this matchup? I've been doing better recently, ever since, I don't know, when I don't play against someone who plays the deck well, I feel like I usually win. And when I play against someone who plays the deck well, I think I usually lose. So maybe there's huge skill element to the matchup. I've been making mistakes too, but... Chino beats... No, I mean, that wasn't... I mean, it's not targeted at anyone particular. I just think the matchup's probably really... Kev says he plays the deck well, and he thinks that if you're playing against a competent blue-white player, it's hard to win. Depends on the version a lot. I still feel like I make a lot of mistakes. Why not? Is that too greedy? I think it's fine, right? What's favorite? I don't know. I need to play the matchup more against my teammate Edgar, who's also very good with the deck, and we can maybe draw some conclusions. With double strike. If I didn't have Path plus Snap, I would definitely not play like that, because they could have Pact of Negation here and I'm screwed. I don't think they play 2 Pact main deck though. I don't know, we're about to find out, I guess. But yeah, I would definitely not play that way if I didn't have available. Not tapping on Upkeep is loose. Is it? Do they have 2 packs in their main deck? I think they only have 1 in their main deck, right? Ballista? Oh, what is the upside? Well, in some ways, I kind of actively want them to... A, I want them to draw a land. And B, I want them to use Pact in that spot, right? When it's not wrecking me. I'd rather them use Pact in a spot where I'm not getting wrecked than them saving it for a spot where... There's no way to have Cavern, right? Is it even possible the way the game played out? I know they have 1 Cavern. They actually have times. I'm just being a bit greedy here and letting them you know, have one less Titan in their deck, basically. Letting them search for it, making them pay 4 mana. Maybe they have to. Hello? We're in a really good shape. They have no packs left and only 2 Titans, and I have 2 removal for the Titans, so they need a lot. They need a lot of Zakama. I saw something about Zakama and Canister stream title. Is that the new technology? I think they Zakama wouldn't be. Marsh. Area. And consistently confused. I like it. Aren't we all? I could technically die? Is that possible? Debating whether I should keep Settle the mana up. Oh, he has Ghost Quarter in play. Although it's kind of a disaster. That hurts. Wow, you can even give their creature double strike, so they get to eat. They get to eat. I'm not even sure I can attack profitably here. I'll lose a snap cannon. They use a gemstone mine counter. So sick. Alright. Too good. Can you challenge me tonight? Yeah, you can challenge me tonight. Want to challenge me after this match, actually? I have probably time for one more match after this match. But we can play. Which matchup did you want to play? What deck are you playing? Well, that's stuff for. Alright, we kind of have a game. I guess I should have attacked for it first, obviously. Would you consider this deck unplayable without Jace? Not unplayable, but it definitely needs the help of Jace. It's not like the deck is absurd or anything, and Jace is really, really good in a lot of matchups, so define unplayable, you know. I used to play the deck before Jace got unbanned, and it was no. Oh my god. That was not the order. Oh. Alright, whatever. You play a Janky Brew kind of meme deck? We'll see then. I have very little time left to play test for the championship tomorrow. I obviously meant to like Spell Pierce on top or Path on top and draw it up the Serum Visions rather than this atrocity, I guess. Bunch of bad counter spells. Did we try Rune Halo last time? Can't remember. Spellcurse actually gets better after sideboard. Almost everyone plays Negate now. But I already have Dispel, that's somewhat narrow. Nice original Absorb, thanks. Cost me 4 ticks. It's kind of off. I don't like the fact that it's not the same borders as the other cards, you know. Kind of looks out of place, kind of like the Man League, but the arts are just... I think maybe angels are good. I think I brought in 1 angel. Oh yeah, because I killed him fast with angel. I'll try 2 angels, see what... I actually have a lot of real absorbs in real life, real OG absorbs for some reason. I think I have more than 4. Isn't Settle good? Settle is like acceptable. I think I'd rather have outer cards, but I feel like after sideboard they're less one-dimensional, and you can't afford to have, well, you can't afford, but you know, cards like Settle are... Which matchup does Gabriel come in with? I'll see. It's for playing around, so like a sweeper against the creature decks, and it's a good card against the artifact prison decks, and it plays around some cards like Negate and Gadok, Tegan, Meddling Mage. So that's the reasoning. I think this spell is probably going to be really good at some point, especially since they already have a Cavern. Means that I really want to... I'm actually going to keep this spell on top and narrator voice. It did not... Surprised they're attacking here. Are they just baiting me because they have infinite mana? Should I take the bait? Oh yeah, we know they have Cavern. Yeah, but they're never going to play the Cavern until they can cast the Giant anyway, so... Ah, see, they're turning for a Pact. So we know their hand, Alright, I was gonna Serum Vision Snapcaster, but since I drew a Glimmer, I'm just gonna say go. Deck Titan. We know they have Cavern, but I think keeping Absorb's probably still good. I could have bottom, honestly. I had a few options there. I didn't think it's... I could have thought about it a tiny bit more. Mana. I know they have Ghost Quarter, but it seems like a fine trade. Should have bought it, maybe. It's kind of tempting to keep. Feels like it might be a soft lock if I keep that. I guess they can't give it hit. Alright, hopefully they don't have much. One was the beatdowns. Probably not very safe to play that way, but I'm assuming if they had Ballista, they would have played if they have anything relevant, they would have played. Not ghost quartering my colonnade. All right, we salvaged